hold each other strong. Nobody's going to hold you at all. I'm dead. That I didn't need to worry anymore. I became a happy man. And because of that, I'm very happy today. I see our people smiling all over the place. Like one person said, the mosque is all over the place. More than 350 mosques, I understand. So that's all we have to be happy for. And my sister said, let us love each other. And we mean of the fact that if you don't hold each other strong, nobody's going to hold you at all. I beg you, remain steadfast and remain committed to one another. No matter what happens. I thank you very much.
I did not want to state this on the microphone. I have committed myself not to be where President Weah is as a senator. Every function where the president is, I would dare not to go there so we can maintain some level of respect.
5 stages to Islamization. Whatever the world likes to do with this information is left to them. They can either accept it, apply it, get result, or they can carry it and put it in their pockets. That is their business. But it is within my mandate to speak the truth to power, to expose people, bring the light of God to the mind of the nation. There are 5 stages to Islamization in Nigeria. Either in Nigeria or all over the world, there are 5 stages of Islamization. Number 1 is movement. Now, this movement is divided into 2, either by migration or by invasion. So they come to and they migrate to a new settlement, and in the process of that migration, when they come there, they look so peaceful. They are not violent. When they migrate to a new society, that is why you see that they say, these people are loving, these people are kind, these people are peaceful. They migrate. And that's why you find out that is happening in the whole of Europe today. They are moving at an accelerated rate, migrating. The second part of that movement, or the second way it can happen, is through invasion. Meaning that they come, conquer the people, fight them, destroy them, and take over their territory. This is what we saw when the Fulanis invaded by Usman Dan Fodio, when they invaded the Hausa land in the north. I hope you know that are indigenous Hausa people. The Gobiris. Is it the Kabawa or something like that? They are indigenous Hausa people. They were conquered by Dan Fodio. So that is by invasion. They come, they invade. So they invaded the north, conquered the north, and they took hold of the north. But they have not been what they are doing in other parts of Nigeria is by migration. What you see that is happening in Europe today is by migration. So they'll go there, settle down there. But at that time, they look so peaceful. You look at them and you say, these people are loving and kind. But there's an agenda. The second stage is population. At the first stage, they're not much, so they look so peaceful. The second stage is to ensure that they become about 40 to 50% of the population of that nation. So they begin to multiply, give birth to 5 children, 7 children, have as many as 5 wives, 4 wives. You think it's by play? No. It's an agenda to ensure that they're the most populous in that place. That's why today you hear them say the north is very populous. Parents giving birth to children they cannot cater for. But there's an agenda just to ensure that they're the most populous. Are you learning? So at that stage, the next stage, once they've been able to settle, the next thing they begin to do is to ensure that they're the majority. So they begin to increase in population. Reproducing and reproducing. Bringing in their colleagues, bringing in their family from different to ensure that they overwhelm that place with number. To ensure that there are about 40-50% of population in that place. That is stage 2. Some 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if you go to the UK, you find very little Muslims. Very little. Some 20-25 years ago, if you go to the UK, you find very little mosque. But today, there are thousands of mosques in Europe. In UK, in Canada, there are thousands of them. So when they come, they ask for peaceful in stage 1. But in stage 2, the moment they know that they begin to gain number, then that is where the agenda begins to go into place. So the second stage is that they multiply. Then when that has happened, then they move to the third stage. What is the third stage? The third stage is to position themselves in power, in government, in the military. Strategic positions, strategic places. Are you with me? if you go to Abuja now, and you go to federal government parastatals, you see almost everywhere, malams everywhere. Malams everywhere. Position themselves in military. Overwhelm the military in number. The Northerners are the most in the military today. But army, air force, police, whatever it is, they are more in number. So they position themselves in strategic position in government. They begin to get power. That was how they did it in Turkey. They begin to get power. That was how they did it in Lebanon. But there's an agenda. And I pity UK. I pity Europe. Because when their agenda is fully materialized, what is happening in Nigeria will be transferred to them there. Today you have cities and colonies and cities in Europe that are governed by Muslims, by Arabs. You think they're trying to be liberal. The Europe is playing political correctness, but they have no idea what they're doing. So stage 3 is that they position themselves in key places in government. Key places in government. Go to any federal government parastatal today in Nigeria, I assure you, you find them all. In military, they're there. Civil servants are there. Are you with me? That's what they do. That's stage 3. Then when they know that they have succeeded in stage 3, then they move to stage 4. Stage 4 is the most dangerous. And what is stage 4? Implementation of Sharia. Stage 4 happened in Nigeria in the year 2000. 1999-2000. That was when stage 4 happened in Nigeria. Where Sharia was implemented in Nigeria. In 12 northern states in Nigeria. 12. Every time I remember that, it breaks my heart. And I begin to ask myself, what were the father of faith in Nigeria looking at? What were they looking? What were the Christian leaders looking? When people were implementing Sharia, knowing fully well that the laws of Sharia permit somebody to kill another person that speaks against their God. It permits them to kill, to destroy somebody's property that is not in alignment with the principles of Sharia. Knowing that the principles of Sharia bring extremism. This is what brings terrorism today. So every time I remember, God asked myself, how did this happen in Nigeria? That 12 states in Nigeria is practicing Sharia. What were the Christian leaders looking at that period? But you know, just like it was in the days of Turkey, the Christian leaders were busy building tabernacles, 20,000 capacity, 100,000 capacity. They were bragging themselves in how big their capacity is, how big their cathedrals are. And these guys were strategically positioning themselves. The Christian leaders were busy raising big cathedrals. They were positioning themselves in Islam. The Islamic, the Muslims, they were positioning themselves. The jihadists, they were positioning themselves in government. And when that happens, they implemented Sharia. Today, all the big cathedrals have been turned to mosque in those nations. Stage 4 is the most dangerous. The moment you have allowed them to succeed in implementing Sharia, there's no way stage 5 will not succeed. I'm giving you stages. I'm telling you how it is. I speak by the Spirit. I'm not speaking carelessly. For the Lord is he that worketh in me both to will and to do of his good pleasure. That which I speak is by the Spirit. When they institute Sharia, knowing fully well that the principles of Sharia bring extremism, the teachings of Sharia bring extremism in people. What we are saying today is as a result of the implementation of stage 4, which is that happened in the year 1999, 2001, where 12 states, starting with Zamfara State, implemented Sharia by a governor. In fact, the governor, I've forgotten that his name, the governor said it is his desire, it is a desire that the whole of Nigeria practice Sharia. And we say we are a secular state. So they started with 12 states. How did they allow 12 states of Nigeria to be practicing a law that gives another person a right to kill another person in the name of blasphemy? How did they allow that? What were the Christian leaders looking at that period? Of course, I was a boy at that age in the early 2000s. What were the fathers of faith looking at? What was God looking at? Today, many people have been killed in the north simply because of Sharia. They say you speak against their God. They behead you. They behead somebody. They bust Deborah Samuel alive. So the Jackson has been sentenced to life in prison, and many others have been killed in the name of blasphemy. At the moment, why do I need to be careful to speak? I say speak against your God. Can't your God come and fight for himself? But they allow such a law in Nigeria. A law that permits somebody to stone, to kill another person. Stage 4 is the most dangerous. Implementation of Sharia. Today, you see in the UK, people that run away from their nation to go and seek asylum. Today, they're clearly shouting in the UK, Sharia for UK. We want Sharia in the UK. Sharia in the UK. And I tell you, if the UK permits that, even if it is one state that legalize Sharia, that institute Sharia, they're finished. When the war, let them continue to play on political correctness. But when the war starts, they will regret permitting it. Now they're permitting themselves. Today you see mayors and councillors and all those people in the UK that are Muslims. You think it's not, there's an agenda, they're waiting. The moment they know that they are paying majority of the powers in the state, they begin to implement laws that is contrary to the indigenous, that is contrary to the original laws of the people there. Stage 4. And when stage 4 has been achieved, that there is the implementation of Sharia, then the next stage is jihad. The moment Sharia is succeeded, what we are seeing today is jihad. All the chaos, overwhelm the nation with so much chaos. So that the people will be bowed, they'll be forced to bow and accept what you pay. Jihad. Everything you are saying today is jihad. Oh my gosh. If you know how many lives have been lost to this cause. That's why I'll keep saying it. Sharia must be abolished in Nigeria. We're a secular nation, not an Islamic nation. We're a secular nation, not a what? Not an Islamic nation. We cannot be in a nation to we're a secular nation. And some people are carrying a law that permit them to cause chaos. Sharia must be abolished. If Nigeria wants to remain peaceful, if Nigeria wants to get an atom of peace again, everything that permits extremism, everything that facilitates extremism must be abolished. Then they go for jihad. In that jihad, it's either you accept or you be killed. What you see in community in Jos, Benue, Kaduna, Nasarawa, part of Taraba, part of Gombe, Bono State, it's jihad. And now they have entered Kwara State, jihad. From there they will move to Osun. From there, the moment they conquer the southwest, then they'll begin to move from southwest to north, from north, and be converging to ensure that southeast, because southeast will be the most difficult for them to conquer. So they begin to come from this side, begin to come from there to ensure that they overwhelm the people at the center. That must not happen in Nigeria. Jihad. These 5 stages, everywhere you go all over the world, these are the 5 stages of Islamization. I'm sharing with you what today. Whatever you like, you do with this information is entirely your own business. But you'll be very foolish to discard what I just said. Save it. Keep it in your phone everywhere. You're watching it.
I was reading in the newspaper, someone said, Liberia people will get Jawia one-term president. But on this birthday, I want to say to them that God will make sure that that mouth will be closed. I will defeat them more than 2018. Because I am the voice of the Liberian people and the Liberian people love me.
That I didn't need to worry anymore. I became a happy man. And because of that, I'm very happy today.
Thank you.
I see our people smiling all over the place. Like one person said, the mosque is all over the place. More than 350 mosques, I understand. So that's all we have to be happy for. And my sister said, let us love each other. And the meaning of the fact that if you don't hold each other strong, nobody's going to hold you at all. I beg you, remain steadfast and remain committed to one another. No matter what happens. I thank you very much.
Another time, another opportunity to be counted amongst the living. If it wasn't for the Lord on our side, what some of us who have been today. A pleasant good morning on this 9th day of April 2026. Gradually, we're getting deeper into the month of April. As we all know, April, quote unquote, in history, is not a friendly month for Liberia in terms of most of the negative things has happened in the past was associated with the month of April. April 12, April 6. And you just go about naming all of those things. But go on those days, we are looking forward to positivity. Like we always say, when the minds are developed, the eyes appreciates the works of the hands. My name is Rufus Divine Conant, proceeded this morning up to 10 o'clock. This is your info breakfast companion, where we talk positive things. And specifically this morning, as usual, we'll bring you the flash surges from the Roberts International Airport, followed by the weather forecast, the exchange rate, the fuel and gasoline prices on the Liberia market, our health tip, security alerts, vehicular traffic movement updates. We talk those things that matters to the growth of our beloved country. Remember, lazy hand make a man poor, diligent hands bring him wealth. In this time of bereavement, I love to say to my family, thanks always, just can ask God why, for the loss of our sister, Josephine Fambule, Mrs. Josephine Fambule, who passed a few days ago. May her soul and the souls of all faithful departed rest in perfect peace. So I'm proceeded. A bounce of our team song, followed by commercials. When we come back, we get straight into business. And on the flip side, we're going to be talking about environmental pollution. Liberia is drowning. Our cities drowning in pollution, plastic, and all of those negative. I don't know what kind of adjective to use. But interestingly, environmental pollution is a threat to our survivability. So we must take this thing serious. You see, plastic pollution, our drainages all clogged. And we are in the rainy season, don't forget. So we're going to be talking extensively on this environmental pollution issue, what can be done. Some will say it's government's thing. No, you are also part of the government because you make the government. So if you take the dikes from your homes, place it in the drainages, illegal disposal of wastes, and the proliferation of plastic materials all over the place is harmful to you, the humans, and that of the marine species. So we're going to be talking more this morning on environmental pollution. Like I said, be there, I'm here. My name is Rufus Divine Conant. Let's get to do this together.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say
Are you worried about your child? Do they struggle to respond to their name or play with other children? Are they not yet speaking, avoiding eye contact, or repeating the same actions and words? Your child might have autism. On April 2nd, 2026, the Leighton Luke Autism Center, in collaboration with Blooming Kaleidoscope and Open Arms Kids Initiative, will conduct free screenings for children showing these signs. And then, on April 10th, join us for an awareness workshop at Empowerment Squared in Painesville at 8 a.m. Registration is only $500 Liberian dollars. And finally, on April 11th, we're hosting an awareness walk starting from SKD Boulevard and ending at SKD Sports Complex, followed by a fun day of games. T-shirts are available for all ages. Come and walk along with your children. For more information, call 0888-760-713 or 0887-163-918.
You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak.
Shake my tattoo. Bro, if I get you see my pictures,
Oh, Jojo, please, man. I will say that in later. If you can wait, go reach out with Lusazel MTN so you can win new iPhone 17 Pro Max.
wait, he said I can win brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max?
Yeah, Lusazel MTN gave you away plenty iPhone 17 Pro Max every week.
Shake explain to me now. How I can win my own of iPhone 17 Pro Max?
Just recharge that *156# and recharge as low as 20 cents or above. You can win one of the many iPhone 17 Pro Max.
But I wanted to recharge on my new iPhone 17 Pro Max already set.
I want Lusazel MTN can do, my girl. No time.
I recharging you right now. This begging iPhone owner name for my own picture must end.
Join the iPhone 17 Pro Max gang. Lusazel MTN, recharge and bump it. iPhone Rush is giving away multiple iPhone 17 Pro Max every week, along with amazing prizes like smartphones, bag of rice, headphones, power banks, and other exciting prizes. Simply recharge as low as 20 cents to get a spin to win, data, calls, and enter the draw to win an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Every week, the more you recharge, the better your chances are to win.
MTN.
You can advertise your goods and services with us. You will appreciate the massive promotion. So we are here at 10th Street Sinker, right in the technology building. For affordable price, we can advertise your goods and services. So let's go down to the weather forecast. And we always appreciate those who inform us on these important issues. So say thanks to the BBC for providing us update on the weather forecast. For Monrovia this morning, the BBC is reporting 29 degrees Celsius, and later on we will experience 24 degrees Celsius, but it's light rain and a gentle breeze. It's going to be light rain and a gentle breeze. And let's see how it turned out later on as it relates to humidity. Humidity is 94%. Humidity is 94%. So thanks to the BBC. Let's now cross over to the Central Bank of Liberia for the exchange rate. The exchange rate this morning, as reported, yesterday, the Central Bank of Liberia posted on its website, that was on yesterday, Wednesday, April 8th, 2026, posted the buying and selling rates on its website. So it's reported that the buying rate is 183.21 and the selling rate is 185.26. The buying rate is 183.21 and the selling rate is 185.26. So that's it. And let's now go to the gasoline price on the Liberian market. Gasoline is sold for 950 Liberian dollars and fuel is $1,080. So wherever you are, we know transportation fare. Our friends always looking out for the worst so that they increase the prices. But interestingly, the guys, when the gasoline price is reduced, they tend to remain where they took the transportation fare. But this is a clarion call to the Transport Ministry and that of other relevant institutions for the regulation of the transportation fare. It is important that we adhere to these things so that we live amicably. We shouldn't use situation to enrich ourselves on the expense of other people. You know, it is so disheartening. Now, when you come from the Tupper Road Junction heading towards town, some cabman will charge you $250. If you come from the ELW Junction to Syncor, as soon as you pass Vamuma, even right around Vamuma area, you've been charged $200. Going forward, it is so disheartening, and we want the relevant authority to please take siege of this matter, because it is saddening that Liberians will tend to treat their own Liberians and just waiting for a little spark in situation to escalate prices and other kinds of things. Thanks to the government for the stability in our rice price, and for a couple of months now, since the intervention of the government through the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia and able lieutenants, we've seen stability in the price of rice. Yes. So, mind you, there are lots of things that we're going to be talking about this morning that will also be engaging as it relates to environmental pollution that we did mention earlier. Commerce Ministry is actually doing extremely well. I witnessed through the social media handle inspection being carried out by the Inspector General regarding those who produce the food that we eat, our normal stuff for our breakfast, the bread, the full-light bread, the Fontaine bread, all those kinds of stuff. There have been a rigorous campaign reaching out to those areas. And when you see some of these areas, come on, it's so saddening. Come on. Our health is at risk. The guys will be sweating, wipe their sweat with their hands, and the mold in the bread and all kinds of stuff. Oh my God, you don't want to eat bread. The place is so filthy. So we want this to be a joint operation, not just the Inspector General alone, but we talk about public health. Yes, public health is a serious matter. Yes, we need the intervention of the health ministry. It shouldn't be a seasonal thing. It should be a regular inspection exercise. Also, that goes to the mineral water companies. Yes, we have a lot of mineral water companies around here. It's a good thing that Liberians are getting engaged, but we're talking about our health. And this has to do with water and sanitation. Come on, some of these areas that are producing water, when you see this, come on, you feel so bad about the mineral water thing we're talking about here. What makes it even mineral water? Because the preparation, the procedure is very poor. Hygienically is poor. And we want the institution, the Ministry of Health, the Inspector General of Commerce, we want you to be very engaging. It shouldn't be, oh, my hardcore, then I go do it. No. On the daily basis or weekly basis, inspect these areas. We see a lot of, with the proliferation of mineral water institutions all over the place. And some of the waters, come on, man, they got bad tastes. The production is very poor. But again, we need those institutions to be engaging. Yes, it's very serious. So we're going to try this morning and get Francis, wherever he is. Francis, let's see. Thanks to you, Airtel Grace Gibson, for joining this morning. We appreciate your following. Airtel Grace Gibson, thank you so much for following this morning. So let's see if we can get Francis Krumah, Francis, to talk to us regarding the vehicular traffic movement. Let's see if we can get Francis Kumar on the line to for a few minutes to talk about the vehicular traffic movement. While we await Francis to respond to the call this morning, we want to call on our officers. Okay, Francis is now on the line. Good morning, Francis.
Oh yes, good morning, Rufus. And how was your night?
His grace is always sufficient for thee, and I'm grateful to be back, though bereaved, but we have to do the people's job. So I'm here this morning, so energized, and I love the Vika from your voice this morning. What's the secret behind the tone of your voice?
Yeah, you know, once you are opportune to see another day, a Sunday day, you have to be grateful to God. And it's just about the smile God put on your face, seeing the light. It's the most important. That's the most important one, to be alive.
Okay, that's awesome. So where are you at the moment?
I'm in between the LWA right towards that of the ELBs. I'm just in between.
Okay, so how is it there? Before we go to the traffic, in terms of sanitation wise, how is Pinsville? I live Pinsville, but Pinsville, for where I see things, is so filthy. How is Pinsville this morning?
Yeah, Pinsville is doing well in terms of movement and peace. Pinsville is safe. But when it comes to sanitation, we are struggling when it comes to that. Pinsville is one of the cities, one of the biggest cities in, if I may be correct, maybe Liberia or Montserrat is one of the biggest cities. But it's struggling when it comes to collecting garbage from the various streets of Pinsville. You find out that there are numbers of garbage gathered on the street of Pinsville. When you leave it from the LWA route going towards the Duporo Junction, you will find out people will take that from their community and bring it on the street and just place it right there. So it's something that is struggling, that people are facing. A lot of talents. People is dirty. Let me just say, Liberian way, people is very dirty this morning.
Okay, vehicular traffic movement, how is it there?
Yeah, vehicular traffic movement is free from that of the Duforo route. When you're coming from inside Duforo, you have that free movement. You have the Duforo Junction, you have to abide by the rules because the traffic light is there, so you have to respect it and allow those who are supposed to go towards red light use that route to go red light. Those who are supposed to use the AB Topper Road, use the AB Topper Road. So the traffic movement there is free, and then when you get to coming towards the LWA route, it's the same free movement, except when you get to where the overhead passes which are now constructed, where you find a traffic there to walk going towards out of the 540 belt, you experience traffic on that area.
Oh, the congestion in the traffic.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's right from there.
So is that
in all development around Pinsville, when it comes to the rehabilitation of roads in Pinsville, it has already kicked up over the weekend. There are a lot of projects now in the counties. Let me say in the cities here, Pinsville, where public works is carrying on within the single village belt.
Mhm.
They have been that part of Liberia. Pinsville have been very on a critical condition when it comes to road connections there, where you have during the rainy season time, people find it very difficult when the money group area going towards Tingle Village, inside Tingle Village, people find it very difficult to make their way through during the rainy season. But over the weekend I passed there and I saw public work, people are there trying, making sure to see how best the rainy season that people can have good access. So they're putting covered there and see how best they can give a smooth route to that part of Tingle Village.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other thing that you want to highlight that we did not touch this morning?
It's only on cleanliness of things, because even I myself have been finding it difficult to be the superintendent of the market of Pinsville, the Pinsville Central Market. I've been finding it very difficult when I pass there. Always, she's not around. And even when I got at the Pinsville City Hall too as well, the deputy, the director for sanitation, one Mr. Coco, he also did sometimes he don't be around. So it's something I really find difficult to speak on why we're ready to cross Pinsville is in this kind of condition.
Okay, thank you, Francis. We appreciate your efforts.
All right. It's a pleasure being with you this morning.
It's always my pleasure as well. So he's Francis Kruman updating us regarding the vehicular traffic movement and other issues there in the Painesville area. Yes, Painesville is hard this morning when it comes to information emulating from there, sanitation wise. Painesville is poor. Central Monrovia and its environment is also it's so sad sanitation wise. Come on. So we say to the two major cities, your mayors, Mayor Bestman and that of Mayor Safar, you guys have been doing extremely well. We must commend you for your efforts, and but quite frankly, of recent, we haven't seen that energy. Yeah, since you took over, we haven't seen that energy that you started with being exerted as it relates to the implementation of the city ordinance laws and the cleaning of the city. What are some of the challenges? What are the challenges you are faced with? That's why I always say to people, information dissemination. Information is as important as food, water, shelter, and medication. Yes. So if we are timely informing the people on the challenges and the prospects being made, those gains being made, it will serve as a point of connection with the people that you are serving. You are servants. Yes, you are servants. They are your employers. Yes. So see yourself as a servant. And when you have steady servant leadership, you get to understand alone. Even you, the citizens, you are fully connected to this whole thing. When we say that the people think you take dice from your homes, you place it in the streets. How do you feel? But we'll get to that. That is our major conversation for today on the show this morning. So wherever you are, if you just join us, we say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever your time zone is. We'd love to say welcome to the Positive Show right here on Love FM 105.1. Our health tip this morning will always encourage you when you wake up in the morning, say your prayers after you have given it to God your day. Get a bottle of water, or you get a sachet of water, or a cup or a glass of water. Drink first. Drink water. Say, I will drink. It is very good for you to drink water. It helps a lot. Yeah, it helps a lot. Water is very essential for the body. So please, it's very essential to the body. So please drink water. Make sure, for those of you who always love to keep urine, see, I keep urine. I can't go use that people bathroom or something. My friend, you are harming yourself. You are weakening your bladder, and it is going to cause a serious problem for you, your kidney. Yes, it's going to cause a serious problem because the waste need to come out. You don't need to keep it, because all of those bacteria and all the kind of stuff that is in the waste will find their way back. While you're keeping that urine, it will find their way back and it will affect you. Sometimes you come down with kidney stone and all kind of stuff. Please avoid keeping urine for the longest. When you feel the urge to go and urinate, go there and do it. Yes, go and do it. Please, we appreciate you doing it so that you save your life. If you know the cost of dialysis, to just go and do dialysis, you know what it takes? You know how many dollars you will pay? So prevent yourself from getting kidney problem. Drink enough water. Even some of you who come down with infection and all kind of stuff, it is advisable that you drink enough water. That thing will not sit down in your system, because the more you drink water, the more you urinate, it will clear your urinary tract. Yeah. So please, and to those of you who always abusing drugs, stop taking all type of antibiotics because you feel that you get a sign of some kind of infection. You don't know what kind of infection it is, but you just go and buy antibiotics and you just take it. It's not advisable. It becomes a harm to you. Yes, instead of curing, it becomes a harm to you. Some of these antibiotics are so strong, and when you make them to get used to your system, it becomes immune to your system now. It cannot work any longer. Then it starts to affect your kidney and your liver and all the kinds of stuff. So please, wisely use antibiotics. Go and do your check. Know what you are taking antibiotic for. What kind of antibiotic you ought to take. Yes, some of you got urinary tract infection. You just start taking all kind of please. So we encourage you to make part of your diet. Make sure to eat cucumber. Make sure to eat avocado. Make sure to get for yourself the coconut water. Coconut water is very important, very much important. Coconut water. You want to clear the kidney stone and other kinds of stuff. What we talk about cancerous cells and these things. You see the coconut water, you get the lime. Squeeze a lime in the coconut water. Then you get, if you have olive oil, you put a tablespoon in it, mix it enough. If you don't have olive oil, fine, you can drink it. Yes, it's going to help you to eradicate that kidney stone. Yeah. So please, it shines your skin as well. It's also good for you to get for yourself, make a part of your diet, the fresh tomatoes. You can eat the fresh tomatoes. It's good. It fight against cancerous cells as well. Yes, the fresh tomatoes. Get the fresh tomatoes. For those of you who are bothered with ulcer, you can have for yourself this thing, the cabbage. Yes, you can blend the cabbage, squeeze the water, and you drink it. Yeah, it's going to help you. Get cabbage, eat cabbage. Yes, it's going to help you a lot. For those of you who are bothered with ulcer, yeah. So far, we want to appreciate all of you, and we'll also say to you, those of you who have body odor, yes, you pass. You say, we're gonna rubber truck not pass. You don't want to be named in that form and manner. So please, before you go to take bath, when you will, some of you just woke up, run straight to the kitchen, take the arches, put small water there, put it on your arm, put it on your armpit. Yeah. Before you go take bath, while you do your horse choices, yeah, you making sure, yeah, sweating and all that kind of thing. Yeah, that's all of there. You're clearing all of that, breaking down that strong odor that you have. Then when you are done with your horses, then you just go, you shine. When you finish shining now, then you can take the deodorant now. You put it there. If you don't have deodorant, fine. Your roll arm, all kind of stuff. If you don't have it, fine. That soda will kill the odor. Yeah, the ashes. You can use the cooking soda. You can use ashes, or you use the lime. Yeah, those three things, they are very good. They kill the odor. Yeah, they kill odor from, especially, it's so bad that a female will have a very strong odor. Yes, male is not acceptable, but considerably, you can say, yeah, a man, something, but not you female. You get a kind of strong odor. It's unacceptable. Get for yourself, get the arches, man. Saying you don't get money, yeah, the arches. The people go to your neighborhood, saying you get copper in your hall. Go to your neighborhood, the arches. If you can take enough of the arches, you put it in plastic bag, keep it. You take small in the morning, rub it on your arm while you doing your horse choices and things. Then you move around like 10 to 15 minutes. Afterwards, you can even go 30 minutes. Then you go take bath. When you finish taking your shower, you wash it. Yeah, then you smell fresh. Gradually, do it consistently. When you do it consistently, automatically that odor will drop. And you start when you pass it, you say, they gotta use the power, got so strong odor for it. You see the guy, they get passing here, you know, it should smell good and stuff like that. And mind you, that's why I don't joke with my deodorant and my lip spray and thing. When you smell good, right? People always love to be around you. But when you get a kind of bad odor, come on, people don't want to be around you. And most interestingly, some of you who work in offices with air conditioning, as soon as you enter the office, the people know straight that you are around. The people will know straight you're around because you are the only one in that office with that kind of strong odor, my young man. You are the only person in that office with that kind of strong odor, my young woman. So why can't you don't feel so embarrassed when you come around and people say, they're just there. Be sensitive to these kinds of things. So work on it. Nana wish. It's common. You can apply this method. It will help you gradually. You'll be feeling fine. You feel comfortable now when you say that, right? People say, I thought the guy used to have odor. And sometimes people will now want to say to you in your face, you know, but some good people will call you on the side and tell you, but some of you don't want to accept it. You think say they are insulting you, but in reality, you got a bad odor. You just enter that car. They think I'm talking here. Yeah, you just enter the car. People tending that nose. They want the car to they want to reach their destination because of your odor, my young man. Yeah, and the older people then they don't want to let them cross their hand when you sit there. When you sit there in a vehicle, public vehicle, and thing, you won't put a hand around. Well, you get that kind of odor, brother. Then you won't cross hand well. And for those of you who have the bad breath, it's another fine thing you need to work on too. That's sometimes it's caused by sore in the stomach. Yes, you have sore in the stomach. There's a remedy for it. I'm gonna come up with that remedy. It's very easy, and you know, so you need to work on yourself. Yeah, you really need to work on yourself because man, you get that kind of bad mouth odor, you get body odor, you get everything. Sometimes when you hear somebody call you Smith, and say, "Hey man, Smith not count." You know what Smith means? I'm talking about the official name. But Smith, when somebody start calling you Smith, it is not your name Smith, but they start calling you Smith. That means literally they are telling you stink muff in this house. Smith, stink muff in this house. When they start calling you Smith, that means you got muff odor. Stink muff in this house. That's what it means. Yeah. If you don't know, now you know. So that's it, man, folks. We're going to get our commercial commitment. Before we get our commercial commitment, our simple manners and courtesy, we always say be appreciative. Say thank you when someone does something for you, you know. When you need someone to do something for you, or come on, please. Use the word please, regardless of that person's age. Please. Thank you. These are words that are so powerful, but we overlook them. Thank you, please. And some of you are not, that kind of person. When you get into gathering to greet people, you feel so indispensable. No. Learn how to greet people. Oh, good morning, good afternoon. Oh, how are you? Yeah, hello, my people. At least, you know what it does? It adds on to you. It shows that level of responsiveness, responsibility. It shows how responsible you are in your dealings. Greeting people. Yes. Calmness. It's uniqueness. It's when you just feel you ought to, yeah, you can speak to people. Come on. The breath you breathe is not of your own. Okay? So why hold that greetings from people? Greet people. Feel to be. Even in the case you see them, greet them. One of my friends, he always, my man, oh, you like Everybody, you speaking to people, they speaking to you, my friend. Speak. Let your conscience be clear. At least you spoke while you were passing. Don't just pass and just you don't speak. For me, it seemed like a burden to me. Yes, because it sends a negative picture in the minds of people concerning you. Yeah, you just go in that car, here you there. Greet the people. When you reach your destination, tell the driver, thank you. Oh, thank you for the ride. Yeah, those are all good things. And some of you don't know these things. So at the end of the day, when you go into gatherings and things, it becomes a serious problem for you. And one of the things that we also talk about, simple manners and courtesy, let us understand that when you're in a gathering of people, let us avoid, all of us, we are guilty of this. Let us avoid our phones. Our phones sometimes become a complete distraction. Yes, our phones becomes a complete distraction. You are invited to a gathering, or you are sitting among your friends, even with a relationship or so. You just on your phone mode. We need to desist on these things. It makes the person feel unwanted. I, for one, I was so much of that habit. I would just be on my phone. So guess what? It makes people feel so unwanted. But what the essence of me being around him? What the essence of me being around her? Because I'm around her, all she does, she's just on her phone. For even for us to have that conversation, we're not having conversation. But you see her smiling, you see her, texting, and something like that. So it brings all suspicions and all kinds of stuff. So let us avoid these phones. And, when people are around us and we ought to have conversation. Let us avoid our phones. Yes, because it serves as a distraction. Let's take, for instance, you were invited to a dinner or a lunch. You and the person eating, or you and the person sit there. You're having a little coffee, or you're having a little tea or so, something, or juice or whatever. Then you just on your phone, your head just in that phone. Did you know that it has an effect on your spine? The longer you stay on the phone, you just like this, your neck is bent. It has an effect on your spine. Yes. So let us avoid these kinds of things. Some of us who don't have that mindset. Yeah, mom, people just on the phone. Put away the phone. Yeah, you go to a wedding, you go to, all the kind of functions and things. That's why sometimes when I'm opportune to serve as master of ceremony at these occasions, I normally tell people, put away your phone. You came to celebrate this person. Celebrate with the person. Put away your phone. Some of them will be on the phone. They will not be responsive. They're just on the phone. Whoa. At the end of the day, even in church, you see some of them, they will be on the phone 24/7 until the pastor will finish preaching. Oh, that pastor say, amen. They didn't even know what they're saying amen for. They will say, they will come to them and say, oh, amen. What are you saying amen for? What did the pastor say? That guy you saying amen. Because yeah, all the people saying amen. So you lost concentration because your focus is on the phone. Your focus is continuously on the phone. Stop that. When you're in a gathering of people, stop being on your phone. Yes. Put away the phone. Have that conversation with the person or the people. It will help you. And you got to learn from people. Maybe there will be a conversation that you guys will spark. That maybe you are facing some situation, and through that conversation you can learn something. You can have an understanding of what you've been bothered with. So please avoid the phone. Yes, while you are with people and other kind of stuff. Yes. You see, even our nurses and doctors, the people who are the health services and things, they're on the phone. So even that patient is, calling for help. They won't know because their attention is on the phone and not on the. You go to Western countries. For some of you who have relatives in the US and other countries, you will call them. They will not answer because they are at work, right? You know what happened? their phones are placed in the lockup. They don't want you to be on the phone. So when you go to work, they tell you place all of your phones or whatever in your locker. That's why you have breaks. At your break time, you can go and do whatever you want to do on the phone. All of the missed calls that you have, you can return those calls if necessary. But when you're at work, especially the health institutions, please, we want this to be implemented in our health sector. When our nurses and doctors go to work, please, you'll find a lockup for them. Let them put their phones there. And my phone can keep me up. No. Your phone can keep you up. You are there to save life. That patient that you are attending to, or you ought to attend to, will need you. You can even be having conversation with that patient, giving that patient courage, giving that patient that level of encouragement that whether or not that person will live, you're giving that person that hope that they can live again. Yes, having conversation with the person. Some of you are too harsh. Oh, come on, man. That means saying you and this one, and then I beg you, and now I hear for all the kinds of stuff. Pay attention. Be very moderate. Simple manners and courtesy. Be very moderate. Because that person is between life and death. The harsh way you will respond to them, the way in which you would, something with them, it gave them courage or it discouraged them. And a lot of things, we play laissez-faire attitudes though, but it's very serious. We take for granted people's emotions. Secondly, we take for granted the thing they call depression. Depression is a fast killer. Depression kills fast. That's why you see young people come down with hypertension and all kinds of, the man, when I say the girl, and I say, but she died. A lot of people coming down with hypertension because depression is very real. It's serious. But we don't take these things into consideration. We don't take these things into consideration. Depression is real, my friend. So let us cater to people, most especially you, our health care delivery staffs and all kinds of stuff. Please, the way in which you talk to people. Some of our friends don't want to go to hospital because of the way in which you, the nurses, you, the doctors, you, the physician assistants, the way you go about discharging your duties. They may rather buying the drug from the bag, doctor, and passing it around, calling themselves stuff, than to go to the hospital to know what's happening to them. Because the issue of confidentiality is no longer, only very few of you hold that principle. Confidentiality. Someone's problem should remain right in that hospital. You can't outside. While you see there, it remain right there. But some of you, you join this profession, you all over the place. You dare to be the church police. Oh, man, you said that one went to our hospital today. Yeah. The one that happened said, she was diagnosed with this. That guy, this will come on. Before that person even leave the hospital to get back to the community, the health record already outside. Confidentiality is lacking. Confidentiality is lacking. So please, let us put into practice these things. What you see there should remain right there. What you heard there should remain right there. The hint or wise is quite sufficient. The one who has ears, let him hear. Oh yeah. So a bunch of commercials. When we come back, we begin to talk on other issues. We say many thanks to the government of Liberia for the strides in making sure that Liberians, gradually we are getting there, Liberians, we will definitely get there. Amidst the challenges, like I always say to people, there are prospects and gains. We must recognize those gains and, and commend the people And when the wrong things are done, we should highlight them and make the necessary recommendation. We shouldn't just criticize always. Even when the right things are done, but we criticize. We are fond of that habit. Let us put aside its political chicaneries and other kind of stuff and be truthful to ourselves and the people whom we want to serve. Not because we're in opposition. So anything the people at leadership get to do, you criticize it, whether it's good, whether it's bad, you criticize. No, that's not opposition rule. So learn this today. Let's get a batch of commercials to be right back. Don't go away. This is the Positive Show on Love FM. My name is Rufus Divine Cunning.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say
Are you worried about your child? Do they struggle to respond to their name or play with other children? Are they not yet speaking, avoiding eye contact, or repeating the same actions and words? Your child might have autism. On April 2nd, 2026, the Olayton Luke Autism Center, in collaboration with Blooming Kaleidoscope and Open Arms Kids Initiative, will conduct free screenings for children showing these signs. And then, on April 10th, join us for an awareness workshop at Empowerment Squared in Painesville at 8 a.m. Registration is only $500 Liberian. And finally, on April 11th, we're hosting an awareness walk starting from SKD Boulevard and ending at SKD Sports Complex, followed by a fun day of games. T-shirts are available for all ages. Come and walk along with your children. For more information, call 0888-760-713 or 0887-163-918.
You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak.
Shake my tato. Bro, if I get you to see my pictures, so.
Oh, Jojo, please, man. I will say that thing later. If you can wait, go reach out with Lusa Cell MTN so you can win new iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Wait, you said I can win brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max?
Yeah, Lusa Cell MTN gave you away plenty iPhone 17 Pro Max every week.
Shake explain to me now. I can win my own of iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Just recharge *156# and recharge as low as 20 cents or above. And you can win one of the many iPhone 17 Pro Max.
But I wanted to recharge on my new iPhone 17 Pro Max already set.
I want Lusa Cell MTN can do, my girl. No time.
I recharging you right now. This begging iPhone owner for my own picture must end.
Join the iPhone 17 Pro Max gang. Lusa Cell MTN, recharge and bump it. iPhone Rush is giving away multiple iPhone 17 Pro Max every week, along with amazing prizes like smartphones, bag of rice, headphones, power banks, and other exciting prizes. Simply recharge as low as 20 cents to get a spin to win, data, calls, and enter the draw to win an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Every week, the more you recharge, the better your chances are to win.
MTN.
If you want extra small money for the things that you're not expecting, let me tell you about Momo Loan. The fast and easy way to be free with money problem. Momo Loan, the new way of taking care of things when you not get money. The first thing you got to do is to register dial *156*5# and you will select extra cash. Hey man, that one, that easy credit there. Momo Loan, they're not just giving you money, they are making you strong financially. Momo Loan, that your fallback position, that you're dependable. Go get it. Don't wait, go register today and control your money power with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra money for the things that are important to you.
Momo na we say key. You all want your mullet cheese.
My people, I get good news, so enjoy the lowest cash out fees in Liberia with MTN mobile money. Only 2% fee will be charged on any transaction, whether big or small. Cash out today for just small money from any of our 25,000 agents across Liberia. No one will grow on your feet for your own money business. MTN Momo makes it easy, fast, and secure just for you. Dial *156# or download the MTN Momo app today to cash out with MTN Momo for just 2% fees. Fast, easy, and secure.
Momo na we say king. They all want your mullet cheese.
MTN. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say
Are you worried about your child? Do they struggle to respond to their name or play with other children? Are they not yet speaking, avoiding eye contact, or repeating the same actions and words? Your child might have autism. On April 2nd, 2026, the Olayton Luke Autism Center, in collaboration with Blooming Kaleidoscope and Open Arms Kids Initiative, will conduct free screenings for children showing these signs. And then, on April 10th, join us for an awareness workshop at Empowerment Squared in Painesville at 8 a.m. Registration is only $500 Liberian dollars. And finally, on April 11th, we're hosting an awareness walk starting from SKD Boulevard and ending at SKD Sports Complex, followed by a fun day of games. T-shirts are available for all ages. Come and walk along with your children. For more information, call 0888-760-713 or 0887-163-918.
You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak. You say
Yes, after the commercials, we are back and we're going to begin with the issue that has to do with this environmental pollution. Some of us, we are taking it very, very, serious, and some just don't care. But I will send this as a shocking message to all of us. If we feel that by polluting the streets and disposing our wastes all over the place and think we are doing it to the leadership, we are not doing it to the leadership, we are doing it to ourselves. Because whatever waste we put out there return to us, and it's very harmful. That's why I continue to emphasize these few days, mindful engagement with environmental issues, go out to the various communities, the various beaches and all kinds of stuff. I visit the cities, see how things. On yesterday, I was in the Gardnersville area, and I noticed it is not just unique to only the Painesville or the Central Monrovia. Every part of Liberia now, specifically as regards to the city centers, we understand that the pollution has taken another trend. Liberia is now drowning in waste. Yes. Pay attention to this. And for those of you who are closer to those areas, or you find yourself going to those areas, pay attention. See what is happening right now down the, is it Gabriel Tucker Bridge? The old bridge there, down Waterside. See how polluted that area is. The plastic, all of those materials, those waste materials that have been placed at that point. Did you know that the marine species, the fish and other kinds of stuff that we eat on a daily basis, they live in that same water? What comes to mind when you continue to pollute the area? What comes to mind? And the waste that you dump to those areas, the fish, they eat it, the marine species get them and they consume it. And then you too now go to the market, you buy them, you can't bring it to your house, you eat. You know what you're doing to yourself? You know what you are doing to yourself? So it is on all of us to take this thing very serious, because environmental pollution is growing. It's a growing concern in Monrovia and across Liberia. And mind you, it is affecting our public health, our livelihoods, and our natural ecosystem. If we don't know, get to know it today. It is affecting our livelihood, our public health, and our ecosystem. Go along the Do River. Go and see for yourself. Some of you, you don't even have latrines. you place latrine right on the bank of the river. That entire stretch from the Jalatan to the slave way, all of you, the West, all of you there, you just, I mean, the last time I visited West Point, I felt so bad. Can you imagine? In the city, the capital city, West Point, I read down there. When you go there, you see the practices, you get so discouraged. You find somebody selling right there. While you have that same person that's selling, you have another kid seated right there, defecating. Then, not far from that area, you have the garbage stopper right there. People doing the normal business, the normal activities. Where is the health ministry? Where is the Public Health Institute? What are you doing concerning this? Or are we waiting? Or is it a strategy put in place where we say, okay, we'll put a laissez-faire attitude, so when we have an outbreak, it will bring in money, and then we will begin to approach these people. This is about time that we put out a massive sensitization approach campaign to educate our people on the danger of disposing the wastes. Environmental pollution is concerning. We're talking about climate change. It is not only unique to Liberia, it's worldwide. But other countries are managing. They have put into place mechanism. Where is the EPA? You have budgetary allotment for information dissemination. Where are the jingles that you have on radio stations? Where are the foot soldiers that you have in the various communities, educating the people, even when it comes to the burning of diets? Did you know that it's hazardous for somebody to burn? You see people burning dye, and the consumption of that carbon, that bar smoke is cancerous? Where is the EPA in all this? Where is the Public Health Institute? Where is the Health Ministry in all this? We seated here supinely and allowing our country to go down the drain, and we are drowned by environmental pollution. See all parts of our streets, the plastic all over the place. Plastic all over the place. Now, let me list a few points here so that you get to understand what are some of the effects of environmental pollution in Liberia. Now, get to understand, for those of you who are so entrenched in this thing, you take the garbage, you give it to Zoko to go through. That major work out of your yard, he throw it in the gutter, he gone by his business. One, it has to do with health problem. Pollution from waste, dirty water, and air contamination contributes to disease such as cholera, typhoid fever, and respiratory infection. Poor sanitation, densely populated communities increases outbreak. Oh, you go to the hospital and typhoid, and you say, oh, in Liberia, then go to the hospital, the first thing they can say, like typhoid. It's not lying. That's true, because the environment is polluted. The rats, the roaches that live from these waste materials that you dispose in the open, they live from there, they go straight into your homes. They sit in, they put that urine and the feces all in your kitchen utensils. They're all over your food. So you think when you come down with it kind of fever until you go to the hospital, they will tell you, say, oh yeah, and you something. That's the reality, because your environment is polluted. And we are the proponent of the pollution. And you said, I commenting. And the worst thing about it, most of you have politicized this whole dye issue. Everything in this country, you people have politicized it to the extent their own health. You have politicized it. The streets are dirty. We pull a big bluff. And first Saturday, we all over the place. We wear jackets and something like that. We should start from our own homes. What are we doing to fight this menace? It has become a menace in our society that the streets are dirty. Take upon your time. Look around the shoulders of the road. You eat, you just throw the dye in the street. And I want to say this to the city government. Let us understand that, yes, we need to sensitize our people, but we need to make available these trash cans. During the era of Madame Brown, we understand that there were challenges, but to a certain extent, we saw the level of productivity and creativity. Now, put the trash cans to the various intersections. Put the trash can to the various intersections. And the dustbin to areas. We saw during the era of Madame Brown, and that whole issue was kind of politicized and all the kind of stuff. Zoom Lion, we saw them. They had their buckets to strategic areas in communities. So when you take your dye from your homes, all you need to do, don't drop it in the street. Go to where the site is. Place your garbage there. On a weekly basis or quarterly basis, the people will come and take the stuff and go and carry it to the designated area to dump it. That's how it worked. So at the end of the day, we saw that mechanism that was put in place, it cut down the waste pollution in the country. And there must be a strategy put in place. Since this is 10th Street, right? We have offices here, we have homes here, residential areas here. So now, in that corridor where you see the dirt, everyone in that corridor should be responsible. Because, mind you, when we sit there and see someone throwing dirt to that place and don't tell the person to carry the dirt or not to throw dirt there, what happens? The man will throw the dirt right there. Then when the people come, our mothers, our brothers and sisters who do the cleaning and sweeping of the place, they face difficulties. Because all of the sachets, the plastic and all the kinds of things, the bottles, the rubber bottles and things, they're all spread all over the place. Sometimes you people will take your waste from your homes and put it on the shoulders of the road. So now, a strategy that needs to be put in place, everyone in that corridor, in as much you don't put the emphasis out that no one should throw dirt there. When you see somebody something, everybody should be found. If we start to do that, this is about a national concern. It's nothing about politics. It's nothing about somebody benefiting and other people being constrained. No. These policies must be put into place. They are on the books. So if we are here on 10th Street and we the entire 10th Street here, the shoulders of the road and the corridors here is filthy, we should take responsibility of the filthiness. And there must be a fine imposed on us. Like that, if we start to implement these kinds of policies, you will see Liberia will get, thinking of what is happening right now. Go to Nima, Sake Play, Sanekole. Go to Sanekole. You see what is happening there. The streets are clean. You know why the streets are clean? Because there is a policy put in place. The superintendent and the city mayor, they put this mechanism in place. When you throw dye, anyone sees somebody throwing dye, that person will pick out a dye. And you that throw the dye, you will be fine. So that part, that rural area there, is clean the city center. And the policy that was put in place is being implemented to the record. Nima now, you go to Nima, you just see the place just filtered like that, the streets filtered. No. The people are cautious enough. When they see you just take that, you throw it there, you say, my man, go pick up your dye. They call it security on security. Go pick up your dye. This is not a place for you to throw the dye. This is the designated area. The dustbin is there. Go and throw that trash in the dustbin. We talk about integrity, doing the right thing even when others are not around. Some of us, we talk, since I began this joining in the environmental pollution exposure thing, I've come to realize for every time anything that I buy or something that will be disposed, I'm always careful, whether like candy or whether like bottle, I'm always careful. When I'm done with it, I look for a place where to throw it, a designated area. Just last night, I was laughing at myself. While going home, I got bought something. So when I got through with it, I wanted to throw it in the street, and I said, well, I the same old person that can be talking about the massive issues here, and we should keep the same. Why should I take the dye and throw it in the street? I held that dye in my hands until I reached to my house, and I placed it in my dustbin. Doing the right thing, even when others are not around. That's integrity. How many of us? Some of you will sit right in the vehicle. You take a dye, you buy candy or you buy Grumpy or whatever. You throw the car moving. You take something, you throw it in the street. But then they're paying people to clean it. Come on. See other countries. The place looks so beautiful. The cleanliness. Go Rwanda. You see the beauty of the people's streets. Very clean, like they are in Europe. No. They are blacks like us. But policies being put in place, mechanism being put in place. One of the things that are killing this sector, and I've come to realize, I've done my research, is about people being selfish. They want kickbacks. There are institutions that are available to partner to get the streets clean, to get the environment up to date. But guess what? People, before they incorporate you, they want you to give them kickbacks. It is affecting our sanitation sector. They want you to give them kickbacks to clean your own country. This person have volunteered to engage in collecting garbage from the place. The person will give you kickback. It makes sense? When cholera break out here, who are those that will be affected? Are they not Liberians? Come on, we need to stop these things. We need to stop the corruption to the detriment of our people. So we talk about the effect of environmental pollution in Liberia. We said when it comes to the health problem, pollution from waste, dirty water, and air contamination contributes to diseases such as cholera, typhoid fever, and respiratory infection. Poor sanitation in densely populated communities like the West Point, the Dole community, you just name all of those densely populated areas. It increases the outbreak. Now, let's go to another aspect of this effect that has to do with environmental pollution in Liberia. We talk about water. Water contamination. Improper waste disposal into rivers and the ocean pollutes key water sources like the Motsrado River, making water unsafe for drinking, fishing, and household use. Oh yes. I visited West Point the last time. It was interesting to know I felt so bad. And what happened is that the kids are playing right on the beach. At the same time, you have the elderly, you have the younger ones. They are all putting feces. And then when the water comes, the sea comes, straight up on the shore, then I see feces and things that the put that it goes in the sea. And the sea comes by and send it back. And they play right there. I got footages. For some of you who follow me of recent, you see that I'm posting these things on my page, and I've created a page called Voices for a green Liberia. Voices for a green Liberia. And what that organization is all about is about environmental sensitization, you know, the safety and all the kinds of stuff. It is our own way of reaching out. Journalists, these are things that we need to focus on. It's all about politics, people. All right, politics. But lives are being taken away. Visit the hospital. The last time I visit at the hospital, seeing people lying on beds, all sort of diseases. You go to the hospital right now, you go to do your test, typhoid, you got all these kinds of cholera and all kinds of stuff. It all boils down from the filthiness of our city, in our communities. Somebody will take a die from their homes. And the worst thing about it, some of them don't even have latrines in their homes. They will urinate in a bucket overnight. They pour feces in a bucket, and at the end of the day, when the morning comes, they sneak and waste that diet. They waste that feces or that urine in the drainages. Pollution. They waste those things in the drainages. Sometimes the grass, they have a grass and something that they just waste it in the grass. Forgetting to know that you have your kids. They also live in that same community. They live in that same environment. They will play. They play all on the ground. They play all in those areas. You wasting feces and things there. Some of us, especially we male, we just go and urinate anywhere. So long we see the place special, we go and open our zippers. We need to be firm for these things. Mr. Safa, Monroe said the mayor. PJ said the mayor, Mr. Bassman, what are you guys doing? The last time I made mention, actually called names, I was not holding back my words. Where is the superintendent of Monserrado? Warren Bryan, you should be leading this charge. See what is happening in Nima. You have Kawu there. She's leading the charge, making sure that these people are held accountable to do what is necessary. That's why we talk about putting people into areas with lobbyistic powers. It's not just about you sitting down one place and getting all of the salaries, the fast salaries at the end of the day. No. It's about you reaching out. It's not about you. It's about the people that you are opportune to serve. A lot of you, we saw back in time past, the past leadership. There were a lot of criticism leveled against Jefferson Koji around here. We call him the Gucci Major, we call him this one, all the kind of stuff. Now, some of you who were the critics of that young man, you have now been opportune to serve in those capacities. What are you doing about this? What mechanism, what creativity have you put into place to implement what is needed to be done? We say thanks, though the challenges are enormous, but the strides and gains are being made. Amidst the challenges, there are prospects and gains. Like I always say, this first Saturday, I saw the mayor of Monrovia or in the slaveway areas and stuff like that, sensitizing people and stuff. That's what. It is not enough. It is good, but we need to step up the game. Let's get into partnership. You have radio stations. That's why I always use this time to say we have social corporate responsibilities. While I'm sitting here, I'm also playing my role. For my institution, I'm playing the role. It's a social corporate responsibility. Talking about these ills and menace in our society. The institutions need to make money. You have budgetary allotments. Come on, okay. Mr. Kane, since you are the manager of Love FM, okay, Monrovia City Corporation, this is why we're okay. Let's do it 50-50, okay. your announcement here is $5. Okay, let's do it this way. We pay for 2 or 3 slots. Then the remaining slot, you can take on that as a social corporate responsibility. That's a fun thing. That's the negotiation. Information dissemination will be spent out right there. People, I will see this now. So, okay, now, since it's not totally free, but at least they have shown that effort that we can implement, because we buy fuel, we buy electricity now. So it must be a give and take, but to a minimum level where the both institutions will see the core. It's a national core. But you say that selectively, and you think the message will go across. That's why I always say to people in this country, when we become so selective in information dissemination, which institution to work with and which institution not to work with, at the end of the day, you fail to understand that each institution in this country has its own following. So at the end, when you are working with everybody at a scale, you understand that the information will move as fast. The people you think say that they have the bigger platform or this one, their messaging and the coverage or the attention that is given to other people will not be as what they have. So the emphasis that this man will apply or put behind this message, the next man, the man that you think is or has the bigger platform, he will not put that emphasis because he feels superior, and he's doing it at a level wherein you saw the need and you saw eager. So that's how, I don't know how your public information people think about this thing, but that's the reality. We must be very serious about this because our country is drowning in pollution on a daily basis. See across the country, the plastic materials all over the place, and plastic can decay. It takes thousands of years; it will still remain what it is. What are we doing? The last time I posted on my page about this same pollution issue, a brother from the States commented. He said, it's about time Liberia transitioned from using plastic into a paper bag. The paper bag. The paper can decay, but the plastic won't decay. That's why you see in the US, the Madonna and other people, they use paper bag. But yeah, we are so unique to this plastic thing. There are institutions. Now, can we also go to these areas? That's why we call city relationship. Go out. Say, okay, now we see that Rwanda, how you actually came to this point to make your city one of the best cities around here, clean and green cities. That partnership, they gave you that eye opener. If it costs for them to send people to train in that area, you send young people to go and acquire the training. When these people come back, they become useful to their approach. Then the issue of information dissemination, sensitization, vigorous sensitization will take charge. Now, you have an institution wherein, like in Ghana, you have Zoom Lion. I witnessed their operation. They have this issue where they go and collect the waste. They separate the plastic materials and they reuse those plastic materials and form them into to usable things, like creating of dustbins and all kinds of stuff. Zoom Lion does that in Ghana. It is happening in Ghana. They go there, they go to the communities, collect these waste materials, carry it to their site, and separate the plastic from the other waste and stuff. And they use the plastic, they can transform those plastic things into dustbin. That's why you have a lot of dustbin all over the streets in Ghana. Because you have an institution that is producing from the same waste that people produce. They use those waste to bring out usable materials. They bring out usable materials. Can we get the Zoom Lion or other institutions to come to Liberia and get engaged into this thing? We have other mini institutions around here collecting that. I just have one brother just across the street here. He's involved into the waste management thing. So he collects the dust from the community, carry it to a designated area. Now, he can also make money out of that thing. So, okay, you collected that. This is the amount of debt that you have collected from the streets or the communities. Now, this is the package for your debt collection. He gets money from there. He carries the debt to that institution. The institution manufacture, separate all of the fuel waste and manufacture something that will be usable for the society. Because, man, you take upon your time, just drive right now, go along the Do River, see how messy the river is. The river has become so dark, and you see the effect to the marine species. You don't have to be an agriculturist before you know that it is affecting the marine species there. You don't have to come from the agro sector before you know that what is happening to the marine species based on the waste being placed in the rivers. Yesterday, I was in the Gardensville area, just right at the double bridge, the separation, the design, right between there. The people are throwing that right between the two sides of the road. They were going through that. And then when I took upon my time to walk, to see for myself what is really happening, I saw along the corridor of the road, in the drainage, the stockpile of dikes. People bag these dikes from their homes and just placing it all in the drainage. It is rainy season. How do you expect the water to pass freely, to go into the rivers, to connect with the rivers? You don't think that you are creating flooding situation for yourselves? Then at the end of the day, you blame it on government. Oh, and the flood and this one, and we need government to come to our attention. You are the cause of your own problems. You are the cause of your own problems because you take dikes, you place it right in the same gutter or the same drainage that should be taking the water from the community into the larger stream of waters. But you make, go down even the 10th Street here, the 10th Street along the land side and see what's happening there. I paid a visit the last time on the beach, along the seashore. What's happening there? People are now taking the dikes from their homes and throwing it right on the streets. People are now taking the dike from the homes and throwing it right on the beach. All those adjacent properties along the beach side, they play the train that they're now on the beach. People go on the beach from the 10th Street, that's the 9th Street, all the way coming up 24th Street area. That entire corridor is polluted. It's polluted. The beach where we should have that fun scenery and all the kinds of stuff where you go to get the fresh air. Nowadays, you go on the beach, you don't get fresh air. All you get is pollution. What is the institution doing? Where is the EPA in all this? Where is the Public Health Institute in all this? Where is the Health Ministry in all this? Where are they? So we talk about water contamination, right? Now let's move to one of the major effects here. The third one has to do with marine and coastal damage. The marine and coastal damage. Plastic waste and sewage pollute beaches and harm marine life along the Atlantic coast, especially in areas like West Point. Like I said, this reduces fish population and affects fishermen's income. We got NAFA. You think the fish will want to be in areas that the plastic is not even giving them access to breathe or to move freely? They will migrate So at the end of the day, you won't have the people who are involved with fishery business. They won't have the availability of those fish in the area to get them and to make money, because the fish will migrate. And when they carry on migration, what happens? It brings about low income to those fishermen. So when you pollute the whole area, at the end of the day, the marine species, they too, they need life. They go to areas that will be suitable for them. So that's it. The marine and coastal damage. That's the third aspect of it. Another one has to do with flooding. You're seeing waste. You're dying anything. Now what we're talking about here. Flooding. It block drainage systems due to garbage block up, lead to frequent flooding during the rainy season, damaging homes and infrastructure. You ain't crying here. Oh, the water for our house. You're the CEO people that causing the water to follow your house because you have blocked the drainage. You put in dirt all inside. By the end of the day, you know that it has an aftermath. Yes, you know it have an aftermath. So let's go to the fifth issue of this whole thing. Climate and environmental degradation. Climate and environmental degradation. So now, the effect it has on us, burning waste releases harmful gases. Some of you put it there, like a few times. I don't know where our own people come from. So when it's down, they put fire on the day. It was burning, and the whole area there were the people in our vicinity. They were faced with lots of bad gases. Can you imagine this? How do you arrive at that? To put fire on day to burn. Things that you should be sensitizing people on not to do. It's what you are doing. Burning waste releases harmful gases, contributing to air pollution and climate change. Deforestation leads to pollution also. Reduce diversity, biodiversity. All these things, we don't take it serious. You find people cutting the mangrove and expanding their land, thinking say they're doing well for themselves. You know the importance of the mangroves? You'll see, EPA will say, pour hot today's construction. By the end of the day, you will see at the end of the day, the people will carry on our construction to finish. People clustering the swamp, failing for land. The effect is enormous. What are we doing about this? Who are we? What are we doing? Those relevant authorities, even you, the community dwellers. You cut in the mangrove. You polluting. Go along the second route there. It's one of the dump sites that they have there. They have stocked that mangrove with enough garbage. Stuff the mangrove with enough garbage. So now, we talk about the problems. There we are now. Let's find a solution. And what are the solutions? So we say solutions to environmental pollution in Liberia. What are they? Proper waste management. So we need to establish organized garbage collection system. 2, we need to promote recycling and waste sorting. So now, some of you don't understand what it is. Where you see the plastic materials, you are going to separate the plastic materials from other wastes. You sorting the plastic materials from the other waste. All the plastic materials, you put them one side. Then the other waste, you put them on the other side. So the ones that are disposable, they can be dissolved in the shortest period of time. they have a way to dispose them, and they will mix up with the soil, and the soil becomes rich. But the plastic kind, when you have them to get into the soil, it becomes a serious problem. It affects the soil. It affects even the water stream. So you're sorting out the plastic waste from other wastes. That's what we're talking about. Promote recycling and waste sorting. Then the other one we're talking about here is reduce single-use plastic. How do we reduce the single-use plastic? These institutions that are making the soft drink, the sachets of water and all the kind of stuff, they too need to be held accountable. There are means and ways in which we can get these things sorted out. There are other things that you can produce, your juices and all the kind of stuff, instead of only plastic materials. No. You cannot always use plastic materials. There are other materials that you can use aside from plastic materials. Okay? The next thing here has to do with public awareness and education. That's why I continue to frown on these institutions. The Public Health Institute, the Health Ministry, the how you call them, the EPA, and other relevant authorities, associated relevant authorities. Where is the awareness? We're talking about public awareness and education. A lot of people don't know about these things. So we talk about community campaign on sanitation and environmental protection. And another thing we talk about here, it has to do with school programs to teach young people about sustainability. How can the young people sustain their waste? You go to the schools, they carry these food and tea and the plastic materials. How can they maintain? How can they sustain these kinds of things? We come to the largest area, which has to do with the government. Government policies and enforcement. Enforcement is very cardinal in this thing. So to enforce environmental laws and sanitation regulation, it is not because I'm my brother or I'm my sister. Enforcement should cut across whoever you are. And we talk about strengthening institutions like Environmental Protection Agency Liberia, like the EPA. Strengthening institutions like the EPA. Oh yes. The fourth one we have listed here is clean water and sanitation. We need to invest in safe drinking water system. Build proper sewage and drainage infrastructure. We're talking about the solution now. We spoke about the problems. Now we are discussing the solution. That's why I always say, I don't criticize, and at the end of the day, don't make recommendations. So these are recommendations. After we have criticized, these are recommendations we are making now. Community engagement. How we go about with community engagement? Organize beach and community cleanup activities. Encourage local groups and NGOs to lead environmental actions. And the sixth one we have here is sustainable practices. How do we sustain these practices? After we have taught the people, after we have educated them to a larger extent, how do we sustain these practices? We need to promote eco-friendly alternatives, reusable bags, clean energy. And lastly, we need to support sustainable fishing and farming practices. With that being said, folks, if you just join us, this is the Positive Show, and we are discussing the issue that has to do with environmental pollution. Our streets are dirty, our communities are dirty, and this is putting a serious health harm to our lives. What can be done? We spoke of the problems, we brought the solution, making those recommendations. So the lines are now open. You can participate. You can add on to what we've been saying on 0887 105 105 0778 665 073. Our numbers to call this morning and form part of the program, The Positive Show, right here on Love FM 105.1. My name is Rufus Divine Conan. 0887 105 105 0778 665 073. Our numbers to call. We are talking about environmental pollution right here on your favorite dial 105.1. 0887 105 105 0778 665 073 are the numbers to call. While we await your calls, we go for our commercial commitments.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say
Are you worried about your child? Do they struggle to respond to their name or play with other children? Are they not yet speaking, avoiding eye contact, or repeating the same actions and words? Your child might have autism. On April 2nd, 2026, the Leighton Luke Autism Center, in collaboration with Blooming Kaleidoscope and Open Arms Kids Initiative, will conduct free screenings for children showing these signs. And then, on April 10th, join us for an awareness workshop at Empowerment Squared in Painesville at 8 a.m. Registration is only $500 Liberian dollars. And finally, on April 11th, we're hosting an awareness walk starting from SKD Boulevard and ending at SKD Sports Complex, followed by a fun day of games. T-shirts are available for all ages. Come and walk along with your children. For more information, call 0888-760-713 or 0887-163-918.
You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak.
Shake my tato. Bro, if I get you to see my pictures,
Oh, Jojo, please, man. I will say that thing later. If you can wait, go reach out with Lusa Cell MTN so you can win new iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Wait, you said I can win brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max?
Yeah, Lusa Cell MTN gave you away plenty iPhone 17 Pro Max every week.
Shake it, explain to me now. How can win my own of iPhone 17 Pro Max?
Just recharge that *156# and recharge as low as 20 cents or above. You can win one of the many iPhone 17 Pro Max.
But I wanted to recharge on my new iPhone 17 Pro Max already set.
I want Lusa Cell MTN can do, my girl. No time.
I recharging you right now. This begging iPhone owner for my own picture must end.
Join the iPhone 17 Pro Max gang. Lunsa Cell MTN, Recharge and Bombay. iPhone Roach is giving away multiple iPhone 17 Pro Max every week, along with amazing prizes like smartphones, bag of rice, headphones, power banks, and other exciting prizes. Simply recharge as low as 20 cents to get a spin to win, data, calls, and enter the draw to win an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Every week, the more you recharge, the better your chances are to win.
MTN. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say
Are you worried about your child? Do they struggle to respond to their name or play with other children? Are they not yet speaking, avoiding eye contact, or repeating the same actions and words? Your child might have autism. On April 2nd, 2026, the Leighton Luke Autism Center, in collaboration with Blooming Kaleidoscope and Open Arms Kids Initiative, will conduct free screenings for children showing these signs. And then, on April 10th, join us for an awareness workshop at Empowerment Squared in Painesville at 8 a.m. Registration is only $500 Liberian dollars. And finally, on April 11th, we're hosting an awareness walk starting from SKD Boulevard and ending at SKD Sports Complex, followed by a fun day of games. T-shirts are available for all ages. Come and walk along with your children. For more information, call 0888-760-713 or 0887-163-918.
You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak.
Hey there, it's lunchtime. Let's make it delicious. Good vibes, great tunes, and tasty talks. You are tuned to Lunch Cafe, only on Love FM 105.1. From sneezing hits to spicy conversations, we've got a perfect mix to feed your midday mood.
Lunch Cafe on Love FM 105.1. Feel the flavor, taste the vibe.
Feel the love.
Love Radio 105.1. So if you just join us, we say welcome. This is The Positive Show, right here on Love Radio 105.1. The lines are now open. We are talking about environmental pollution in Liberia. What to make of it? We talk about the problem. We actually mentioned the solution, those things that will bring about the solution to solving the problems. Because, mind you, our streets are polluted, our waters are polluted. What can be done to solve this? So 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are the numbers to call this morning and form part of the program. The Positive Show. My name is Rufus Divine Cunning. I'm pretty seated. While you are there, we are here, and together we say a teamwork supportive on this radio. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073. We know we're not talking politics, so the things that matters to our growth and development, we don't pay attention to these things because it's non-political. But we won't get tired in bringing out these discussions because, mind you, when you are not healthy, the politics that you so much believe in, you will not talk about it or you will not participate. You need to be healthy to get involved with other issues because your health is your wealth. So let's talk about the cleanliness of our environment. Let's talk about the cleanliness of our country. And it's a united we stand, divided we fall. So 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are numbers to call. Let me get this song for us. Let me get this song here. Let me get this song. Let me get this one for you while we wait your calls on the following numbers: 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073. So get those calls coming. Let's talk about the environmental issue. Environmental pollution is actually taking over our country. Our country is drowning in plastic waste. Oh yeah. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073. What can be done to solve this problem? It's a menace in our society. Everywhere is dirty. Oh yeah. Central Monrovia dirty. The suburbs dirty. Our communities are dirty. What can we do to have a clean and green city?
Lofa County, oh yeah. Réalisé, oui, t'as bleu. Réalisé, oui, t'as bleu. Onu anata manjade. Onu anata manjade. Zulu vai, oh yeah, oh yeah. Ha! We love a gasoli lavanin. We love a gasoli lavanin. Silver.
best had the best had the best Silio, had the best had the best had the best Sullivan had the best Kano gafagla Sullivan and no affair naga ye Bono maniba and he won't tower Yawana a you sit louse Pula mai Romagiti and Yanuso na He's a ma in Yawaba Yano Bozo so What I need a pay Gragia to another bed Silver at the bar Tagalani with Azable Wawulani lo family Bragiti wo aduzu Sabeleti wo aduzu Koleti wo aduzu Pasagalagi popolo bogi Tia lo fa kante ninga per basket Can I do so? Pasagalagi popolo bogi Aye Lofa County, oh yeah.
Oh yes, other countries are making it, keeping the city clean and green. Liberians, we also can do the same. So let's get engaged with this. We're talking about environmental pollution. On 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073, our numbers to call this morning. And let's talk about this. This is a serious issue in our country. Environmental pollution all over the place, actually polluted. The stench from the garbage alone. Some of the communities are turned out to be hold your nose and pass. How can we solve this problem? So 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073, our numbers to call. Call, let's talk about it. Just be consciousness to our leaders.
La via pamanga vai l'olbuzi, la via pamanga vai l'olbuzi, ade la via la male. Ni makande ula kuyopo, mosurado ula kuyopo, lupa kande ula kuyopo, awole la via la male. Sando kande ula kuyopo, bon kande ula kuyopo, gramba so ula kuyopo, ade la via la male. Nebelen kuyopo, Babolu kuyopo, Grand Crew kuyopo, Adela Diana Mare, Bewoji kuyopo, Mangibi kuyopo, Bewases kuyopo, Adela Diana Mare, Bomi kuyopo, Granjide kuyopo, Grand Kipman kuyopo, Ahora la piana mare. Ahora la piana mare.
And what is interesting here is that gradually we are pushing towards this, that the city will no longer be a safe place environmentally wise, because it's going to be toxic with pollution. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are numbers to call this morning. Let's talk about environmental pollution and what can be done to curb this. We see garbage all over the place, stockpile of dikes all over the place. Who are those responsible? And what can we do to put a halt to this? There are laws on the books, city ordinance law. Are they implemented? Or we are holding on to it because of a political maneuvering or so? Let's get to talk. You know, when we start implementing these kind of laws and things, we lost votes and all the kind of stuff. We politicize everything in this country. So let's get to talk. What can be done to have a safe and green cities, safe and green communities? Environmental pollution is a serious thing. Let us join together
and we as Liberians
and battle this whole thing called environmental pollution. You see all over the place plastic.
I love
and thinking are fun. The winter season is here. A lot of you will be crying again. Oh, my place flooded. We want the government to come to our aid. But you forget to know that during the dry season, you have garbage stockpile or in a drainages. Thinking you are doing it to the government, but not knowing you are harming yourselves.
Nimakate ula kuyopo, Mosurado ula kuyopo, Lupa kante ula kuyopo, Awole la biana male, Sando kante ula kuyopo, Bon kante ula kuyopo, Grandbasa ula kuyopo, Awole la biana male, Nebelen kuyopo, Abolu kuyopo, Grand Crew kuyopo, Adela Biala Mare, Bewaji Kuyopo, Mangivi Kuyopo, Bewasas Kuyopo, Awela Biala Mare, Pomi Kuyopo, Granjida Kuyopo, Granketman Kuyopo, Awela Biala Mare, Awela Biala Mare.
0778-665-073, 0887-105-105 are numbers to call.
I don't matter.
Let's bring this very sad information. This is the Positive Show. We're taking this break to bring you this very sad information. With profound sorrow, the Canons, colleagues, and families announce the homegoing of our beloved sister, mother, and wife, Mrs. Josephine K. Famule, who died on April 6. Josephine was a loving and devoted mother to 4 boys and a cherished sister among 5 siblings. Her life was marked by kindness, strength, and unwavering love for her family and all who knew her. The body is deposited at the Abraham Rabel Funeral Parlor in Gardnersville. The first family meeting will be held on Friday at 3 in the afternoon. The family will be meeting in the Gardnersville Keba Battle Hill community around the Speaker House. That's Speaker Richard Kuhn House. Around Speaker Richard Kuhn House. It says at 4 That's 3 in the afternoon. Funeral details will be highlighted during the meeting. This announcement was brought in by Rufus Divine Cannon and Emmanuel Cannon, brothers of the deceased, fallen on behalf of the family. Love Radio 105.1. Stay on the program of the Positive Show, talking about environmental pollution, the effects, and what can be done to solve the problem we are faced with as a nation. It is a very serious thing. It's a growing challenge that we are faced with. If care is not given, may lead to an outbreak of a disease in this country. It's not about political party. When Signal incoming for, oh yeah, you from UP, or you from CDC, you from ANC or CMC. No. The rats and roaches that leave these garbages that you pour around the place, they come in your very homes. They play on your food. Dance and merry-make in your kitchen utensils. You get them to be used. And at the end of the day, you come down with illness. You go to the hospital, you be diagnosed of cholera, you be diagnosed of typhoid fever, and you think that joke. This is the discussion that you and I can have in finding a solution to the drowning pollution of our city. Go red light. Our mothers, our brothers and sisters, they are selling the diet. The same food you can go buy in red light, come to cook it to your house. The people seated right in the garbage. The rat and roaches, the bad smell and thing, all the consuming it. What can be done? Who are those responsible? What approach we as a nation and people can take to make our country clean and green? Is this impossible? No, it is possible. If other countries can yield to this and implement the very policies that are on the book, we too as Liberians can do same. They are not extra than us. We need the willpower. We need the enforcement of these policies. Let us see this as a national call. It's actually a national emergency. The diet situation in Liberia should be a national emergency. The pollution in our country should be a national emergency. And not for one-sided group. It's for every one of us. Everywhere you pass, you see stockpile of diet. Misuse. Pollution all over the place. Misplacement of garbage. Disposal. 087-105-105, 0778-665-073. Our numbers to call. And let's talk about this. It is so pathetic, my people, but we need to talk about it to find a solution.
I love 2G beats. I don't know Kuyobo. Labia wala loga Kuyobo. I don't know Kuyobo. I will labia la male. Kaba ulese. Labia pa mangaba ulese. La wingi e mangaba ulese. I de labia la male. Kaba los bose. La via pa mangaba los bose. La via pa mangaba los bose. Ade la via la male. Ni makate ula kuyopo. Masurado ula kuyoko, lopa kante ula kuyoko, awole la biana male. Sando kante ula kuyoko, bon kante ula kuyoko, gramba sa ula kuyoko, awole la biana male. Nevele kuyoko, babolu kuyoko, grand crew kuyoko, awole la biana male. Bewaji kuyoko, mangibi kuyoko, bewases kuyoko, awala la diala male. Omi kuyoko, grenjida kuyoko, grenkepman kuyoko, awala la diala male. Awala la diala male. Awala biara male. I don't matter. What does it need? Oh la la. I live on Kuyoko. Chogia loka Kuyoko. Waka loka Kuyoko. Awala la biala male. Gaba ulese. La biya ba mangaba ulese. La wingi ya mangaba ulese. Ade la biala male. La biala zate wa Kuyoko. Ubaga bobo. Walonu Kuyoko. Awala la biala male. Kuyoko, Dinikame Kuyoko, Melgazi Kuyoko, I will Buzuya Kuyoko, Penny's Maluba Kuyoko, Puloko Kuyoko, Evaga Bobo, Melgazi Kuyoko. Indeed, Liberia is standing strong, and we as Liberians, we must heal our country, Liberia. Let's stand together strong and say no to division. Liberia today, Liberia tomorrow, Liberia forever. Shout out to the streets, don't feel it.
Oh yes, let's remain strong together. United we stand, divided we fall. What a great song there by Josephine Koluba. Thanks to Jojo for that great song, making her contribution on the program this morning, the Positive Show. Shortly we'll be winding down. So let's do a roundup of what we've been discussing regarding this pollution issue. We told you that environmental pollution is a growing concern in Monrovia and across Liberia. It's actually affecting our public health, our livelihoods, and our natural ecosystem. We told you that the effect of environmental pollution in Liberia has to do with these thematic areas. We talk about the health problem. In terms of health problem, the pollution from waste, dirty water, and air contamination contributes to diseases such as cholera, typhoid fever, and respiratory infections. Poor sanitation is densely populated communities increases what? Outbreak. We also made mention of water contamination. We say improper waste disposal into rivers and the ocean pollutes key water sources like the Mensurado River, making water unsafe for drinking, fishing, and household use. We also told you that another effect has to do with the marine and coastal damage. We said plastic waste and sewage polluted beaches and harm marine life along the Atlantic coast, especially in areas like the West Point, areas like the Nugu Town, You just go ahead naming those areas. It reduces fish population and affects fishermen's income. We also made mention of flooding. Now we are in the rainy season. We say it block drainages or the drainage system due to garbage block up or build up. It leads to frequent flooding during the rainy season, damaging homes and infrastructure. And lastly, for the effect, we say climate and environmental degradation. We said burning waste releases harmful gases, contributing to air pollution and climate change. Deforestation and land pollution also reduce biodiversity. So we came up with solution to the environmental pollution in Liberia. We said proper waste management, and that has to do with establishing organized garbage collection system, promoting recycling and waste sorting, and reducing single-use plastics. Yeah. We also said public awareness and education. We're talking about the solution to those problems. Public awareness and education, community campaigns on sanitation and environmental protection. We talk about school programs to teach young people about sustainability. We also came as far as talking about government policies and enforcement, what needs to be done, enforcing environmental laws and sanitation regulations. We talk about strengthening institutions like the EPA and so forth. We also made mention of clean water and sanitation. We said you need to invest in safe drinking water system, build proper sewage and drainage infrastructure. We said community engagement, organize beach and community cleanup activities, encourage local groups and NGOs to lead environmental actions. We also said in terms of solution, sustainable practices. And what are those sustainable practices that we need to put into play? Promote eco-friendly alternatives, reusable bags, clean energy. And lastly, we say support sustainable fishing and farming practices. So it was wonderful having the time to educate you. I feel proud in taking up the time to pass on this information that are so dear in the fight against environmental pollution. It was wonderful for those of you who play a listening role and couldn't call, those who view, and we say thank you so kindly. The invitation is yours to join us when you hear us. Until that time, we say two things in this life you always be remembered for: the problems you create and the problems you solve. And you must take responsibility of two things in your life: your fortune and that of your misfortune. Mahatma Gandhi said, and I quote, "The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing will suffice to solve most of the world's problems," unquote. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and others follow. First among equals, of course, and destined for greatness. This is how we wind down curtains on today's edition of the program, The Positive Show. Follow the rest of our broadcast. Keep listening and have yourselves a wonderful and God bless day. Bye-bye.